Hi guys, welcome back to Korean Saturday School. Welcome back to the New York 초대 한국문화학교, so Korean Saturday School at Chodae Church. This time we're doing Saturday School virtually. So for those of you that are familiar with the 초대 한글학교, we had to cancel because of the coronavirus, COVID-19. But we decided to continue virtually. So everyone that knows me already, hi, welcome back. Anyone that is new, welcome. My name is Kim Sarang 선생님, and I was in charge of teaching the 진달래반. So welcome everybody. So before we begin our first lesson, I'm just gonna briefly go over all of the materials that you should have received in your package. So in the package, it's one big envelope, and in that envelope, you will see a blue folder. It looks like this, except mine says Teacher's Edition. Yours should not say that. And you should have inside, you should also have two books. We are using this yellow book and a blue book. These are the books that we already have been using, but everybody is getting new books, like brand new books. So just use the brand new books because we gave them to you. So, and let me just go over the things that are in the blue folder. So if you open the blue folder on the right, you should see two pieces of paper. One paper is basically the breakdown of what lessons we'll be having throughout this whole course. So for 13 weeks, I think it's 13 weeks. And it just tells you everything. And the other paper, the yellow one, is the 2020 activity schedule. So you can just take a look at that to see what is included after we do our Korean lesson, okay? And there should also be other things. You should see, I think, 3 other things, maybe 4 or 5. Let me just show you. So the first thing you should see is this little envelope, and what this envelope is it's like a sticker. It's a award chart, and there are blanks, and there should be stickers also in the envelope, but we're not going to use that. Just know that it's there, and I will tell you when we're going to use it and why we're going to use it. And you should also have this little sticker paper, but you should have 2 of these. I only have 1 with me right now, but you should have 2. And there's also another sticker page that looks like this. It either looks like this or this, but you only have 1. So, yep, there's that. And there's also a letter page. It's a blank letter page. You either have a one that looks like this or one that is blue, but they're the same thing, so it doesn't matter what color you got. It's the same thing. And that also goes with this blank piece of paper. It looks like that. It's either white or blue. Once again, doesn't matter what color you got, they're all the same thing. So these are some of the things that we will be using throughout our classes, but each week will be different. So some weeks we won't be needing it, some weeks we will be needing it, but I will tell you when we need it. So I'm just letting you know that it's all there. Yeah, so no one should be missing anything. Okay, so moving on, as I was saying, so that's like the breakdown of what you got in your package. So we're gonna go straight into our lesson now. So once again, welcome, 환영합니다. My name is 사랑 Kim, 김사랑 선생님. So if you look in our syllabus, you should see today's date, which is September 12th, and the lesson title is 생일이 며칠이에요, which means when is your birthday? And that is in the yellow book. Everybody open your yellow book, this one, to page 66. So we're gonna open page 66. And you should see lesson 7. So that is what we're gonna be learning today. So if you see on the screen, lesson 7, the page should be there. So our lesson title is 생일이 며칠이에요? Once again, 생일이 며칠이에요? And what that means is when is your birthday? So if you look in the blue box where it says the dialogues, let's read it out loud. So the boy is saying, 생일이 며칠이에요? When is your birthday? And the girl says, 5월 12일이에요. It is on May 12th. And the boy responds, 그러면 이번 주 토요일이 생일이에요? Then is your birthday on the Saturday of this week? Girl says, 네, 집에서 생일 파티를 할 거예요. 토요일에 우리 집으로 오세요. Yes, I'm having a birthday party at my house. Come over on Saturday. Boy says, 네, 좋아요. That means, okay, sounds good. So that is what the dialogue says on the first page. So let's move to our next page, page 67. Now, on the right side of the screen is what your page 67 looks like in the textbook. And on the left side of the screen, I put this separately. So we're gonna learn how to say the months and days in Korean. So let's start with January. January, so there are 12 months in a year. We all know that, right? So in January, it's the first month, so we use the number 1. So when we use months, we use numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is 11 and 12. And after we say the number, we say 월, which means month. So as you can see, months is 월, days is 일. So January is the first month, so it's 1월. February is 2월. March is 3월. April is 4월. May is 5월. June is 6월. July is 7월. August is 8월. September is 9월, which is right now. October is 10월. November is 11월. And December is 12월. Okay? So it should say that on your book, on the top. No, on the bottom, sorry. So 1월, 2월, 3월, 4월, it says in the calendar. And then now on the top, you see the numbers. So remember, we put the word 일 after the number. 일 means days, or we put 월, which means months. So when we say numbers, I'm pretty sure everybody here knows how to count up to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 1 through 10. Now, 11 through 30, we're going to learn because these are the dates that are in the calendar in a month. So let's start with, so we ended off with 10, which is 10. And then we're going to say 11, which is 11. So 11 is just a number. So if we want to say the date, we have to add the word 일 next to it. So it becomes 11일, 12일, 13일, 14일, 15일, 16일, 17일, 18일, 19일, 20일, 21일, 22일, 23일, 24일, 25일, 26일, 27일, 28일, 29일, and 30일. Okay? And some months have 31 days, which would be 31일. Okay? So all you have to do is say the number first and then add the word 일 at the end. So let's move to the next page. Oh, make sure that you study these, and if you have a notebook next to you, try to copy down the months in Korean, and also try writing the numbers 11 through 30 in your notebook. So if you go to the next page, there are examples. So the boy is asking, 생일이 며칠이에요? And the girl says, 5월 12일이에요. Okay, so It says on the calendar, it is marked that her birthday is on May 12th. So May in Korean is 5월, and then 12 is 12, and then we add the word 일 next to it. So 5월 12일이에요. So we add, to say the answer, we say the month, date, and add 이에요 at the end. So let's try practicing my answers to the question by writing your own birthday, okay? So 생일이 며칠이에요? And on the bottom, I want you to write when your birthday is. So for example, my birthday is on April 14, so I would write 4월 14일이에요. So everybody, I want you to write that underneath the first example. Write your own birthday. So use the month, the date, and then at the end write 이에요. If I'm going too fast, you can pause and then continue on after you finish writing your response. And then the second example, let's see. The boy is asking, 크리스마스가 며칠이에요? When is Christmas? What day is Christmas? And the girl replies, 12월 25일이에요. So 12월 is the month of December. 25일 is the 25th. So December 25th. Christmas is on December 25th. And then the last example just says, 이번 주 토요일에 내 생일 파티가 있어요. 우리 집으로 오세요. And that translates to the Saturday of this week, I will have a birthday party. Please come to my house. And then if we move on, I wrote skip page 69 and move to page 70. So let's do that. So we're on page 70. Write the correct response in Korean in the blank based on the date circled on the calendar. Now, if you see the calendar, so number 1, for example, it's circled on May 12th. So on the right, the girl is saying, 내 생일은 blank이에요. So you're gonna fill in when her birthday is, which is a date marked on the calendar. So her birthday is on May 12th. So how do you think you say that in Korean? I want you guys to try this on your own, and then I'm gonna add the answers at the end. So let me just read the questions for you guys so it is easier. So the first one, I'm gonna say it again. 내 생일은 blank이에요. So she's saying my birthday is on blank. And you're gonna fill in the blank. Number 2. 오늘은 blank이에요. That means today is blank. So you're gonna write the date of today, but you're gonna use the calendar that it shows on the left. And then the third example. 내일은 blank이에요. Tomorrow is blank. So the date circled is today. So if today is February 11th, tomorrow would be February 12th. So you would write February 12th in Korean. I'm not going to tell you what the answer is. I want you guys to figure out how to do it. You can always go back in your workbook to see how to write the different months and the days. And then number 4, it says 어제는 blank이었어요. That means yesterday was blank. In this case, in the calendar, it says that today's date is April 26th. So then you would write yesterday's date, which would be April 25th. So April 25, you're going to write that in Korean. And then example number 5. 이번 주 금요일은 blank이에요. That means the Friday of this week is on blank. So this week, today is October 6th. So what date is it on Friday of this week? It is October 8th. So you're gonna write October 8th in Korean. Okay, so make sure to pause the video and try to answer these questions on your own. Okay, if you guys finished, you can play the video again. And here are the answers. So let me just read it out loud, the full sentence. 내 생일은 5월 12일이에요. So the blank you should have wrote 5월 12일, which means May 5th. No, that does not mean May 5th. 5월 12일. Okay, that means May 11th. No, that means May 12th. I'm very sorry. That means May 12th. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. So this is my first time recording, so that's a little weird for me. So please be patient. Okay, number 2. 오늘은 6월 30일이에요. So that means today is June 30. 6월 30일. Now, number 3. 내일은 2월 12일이에요. Tomorrow will be February 12th. Number 4. 어제는 4월 25일이었어요. That means yesterday was April 25th. 이번 주, number 5 is 이번 주 금요일은 10월 8일이에요. That means the Friday of this week is on October 8th. So, I guess, so I want you to check if you got your answers right. If you got your answers wrong, make sure to look at the screen, pause the video, and change your answer by fixing it. So as I said before in the beginning, everybody should have received this envelope. Now this is the time I want you to use it. So this is kind of like your personal score tracker. So every time you do a page by yourself, like for instance this page 70 in the workbook, and let's say you got all of the answers correct, I want you to be very honest, okay, about yourself, about your test results. And if you got 5 out of 5 questions right, so you have to get 100%. That is when you would take one sticker and give yourself one sticker on the award chart. Okay, that is only if you got all 5 questions right. Okay, I will trust you guys that you know, got all the questions right and you gave yourself a sticker. Good job, good for you. Remember, this is a personal tracker. I cannot see how many stickers you put on. No one will know but you, so I guess all I can say is be honest about it. Hopefully. Okay, so let's move on. So let's move on to the next page, which is page 71. Now, let's read number 3. It says, 우리 반 친구의 생일은 며칠이에요? 친구와 같이 이야기해 보십시오. So, yeah, so for this example, since we're not in class and we don't have any friends next to us, you know, some of you guys might have your siblings or some of you guys might be alone. But for this exercise, I want you guys to ask a friend, a sibling, or a parent when their birthday is. You don't have to ask if you already know, but I want you to write down in the form of the question and the answer, okay? So just choose one person. It could be anyone, okay? But it cannot be yourself because we already did that. So I want you to circle their birthday on the calendar, and on the bottom right, which would be right here, I want you to write their birthday in Korean. So I want you to rewrite the question, 생일이 며칠이에요? And then beneath that, I want you to write when their birthday is. So for example, on the bottom left, the boy is asking 생일이 며칠이에요? And the girl says 3월 7일이에요. So 3월 7일, which is 3월, which is January, February, March, and then 7일, 7일 is 7. So March 7 is her birthday. Okay? So I want you to do that really quickly. You can pause the video and then resume when you're done. Okay, now if you're done, I want you to move on to the next page. Now the next page is going to be a listening exam. Not really an exam, but a listening practice. But I'm going to be reading to you guys. And based on what you guys hear me reading, I want you to connect. So I'm going to read 4 different prompts. And for number 1, you're going to connect it to the correct calendar, okay? So pay close attention to what I'm saying, listen carefully, and match the scenario to the correct date on the calendar, okay? So I'm going to read number 1. I will read everything twice, just in case you didn't hear me. And if you still didn't hear me, you can always go back to the video. So number 1. So the first scenario was, 오늘은 며칠이에요? That means, what is the date today? And the answer is 3월 19일이에요. I'm not going to translate that because that's what you need to figure out. 3월 19일이에요. Number 2, 오늘은 며칠이에요? What's the date today? 10월 8일이에요. 10월 8일이에요. Number 3, 어제는 무슨 요일이었어요? What day was yesterday? Answer is 금요일이었어요. It was Friday. So yesterday was Friday. Then what was the date on Friday? 며칠이었어요? And then the answer is 8월 3일이었어요. 8월 3일이었어요. And number 4, 수연, 생일이 언제예요? 수연, when is your birthday? She says 11월 27일이에요. 11월 27일이에요. 그러면 다음 주 토요일이 생일이에요? Then is the next week Saturday your birthday? 네, 맞아요. Yes, that's right. Okay, hopefully that was enough information for you guys to match the scenario. And then pause the video so you have time to answer. And then in 3, 2, 1, boom, here are the answers. So once again, if you got everything right, give yourself another sticker. Make sure to check that you got it right. Okay, moving on. Now, we're moving on to page 73. Now, I want you to write the correct answer to the following questions. So, on the darkest orange tab, which says 질문, that means question, and beneath that it says 생일, which means birthday, 방학, which means vacation, 크리스마스, which probably obviously means Christmas, and 설날, which is Korean New Year. Now, if you look at the screen on the blue side, I wrote birthday. So, and then you're going to answer next right here, your own birthday. So, you're going to write the month and the date and then add 이에요. So, once again, my birthday is on April 14th, so I'm going to write 3월 14일이에요. That's how I'm going to answer. Now for vacation, I put the answer that you guys should write. So June 26th is usually when we end school. I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but that's when I officially ended school. So June 26th is the start of our vacation. So like summer vacation. So I want you guys to write June 26th in Korean. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I want you guys to figure out what it is. And then the next one, Christmas. Christmas is on December 25th. So I want you to write that in Korean and then add 이에요 at the end. Korean New Year, which is 설날, is on January 25th. So I want you guys to write that in Korean and then add 이에요. Okay, you guys can always look back in the workbook if you need help. Make sure you spell everything correctly and use the right month and date. You guys can pause the video until you guys are done. Otherwise, I will be moving on. So pause the video, answer the question. Okay, let's move on now if you guys are done. Actually, let's go back. Let me just give you what it should have said. So birthday, you obviously write your own birthday and then add 이에요 at the end. No, we did that. 방학. 방학 is vacation, which is on June 26th. So you should have wrote 방학 for 방학. June is 6th. So that is 6월. January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah. So 6월 26일이에요. 6월 26일이에요. Christmas is December 12th, so 12월 25일이에요. 12월 25일이에요. And Korean New Year, which is on January 25th, so January is 1월 25일이에요. 1월 25일이에요. Okay, so let's go on to the next page, page 74. Now, 질문에 맞는 대답을 써보십시오. Okay, so the first question. 오늘은 며칠이에요? What is the date today? And today's date is, it should be September 12th on a Saturday. By the time this video is uploaded, yep, September 12th. So you're gonna write 9월 12일이에요. 9월 12일이에요. Number 2. 친구의 생일은 며칠이에요? Now this question is gonna have different answers depending on which person you use. So the question is asking, when is your friend's birthday? Then you're gonna write blank blank 이에요. The month date 이에요. Number 3. 한글학교 방학식은 며칠이에요? When does vacation start for 한글학교? For that, which date should we use for that? I think we should use Christmas because I think 한글학교 ends by the time Christmas comes, before that, a little before that. So let's just use Christmas for this. So I want you guys to use December 25th. So 12월 25일이에요. 12월 25일이에요. For number 4, 학교는 며칠에 시작해요? 학교는 며칠에 시작해요? When does school start? This answer also might vary because with all the coronavirus issue, I don't know when schools are officially going to be open, but whatever that date may be, I want you guys to write it. The month, date, and then 이에요 at the end. Number 5, 며칠에 시험을 봐요? When do you have a test? What date should we use for this? For this one, I'll just let you guys write whatever date you like, but it has to be correct. You can write any month, any day, okay? I just want you to write it correctly. Make sure you spell it correctly. Make sure you put the month first, the day, and then 이에요 at the end. Okay? And I'll give you some time to answer those. And always pause the video if I'm going too fast. I am going too fast, I know. It's because I have to fit this whole video in 30 minutes. So I'm sorry for that. Okay, assuming that you guys pause the video, I will move on. All right, this is our last slide. It's the last activity that we'll be doing today. So if you can see, we're gonna be writing an invitation card. So using the piece of paper provided to you in the packet, write a birthday party invitation card to a friend or family. Follow the template provided in the book. Now let's look at the example that's in the book. Let's read it. It says, 내일은 여러분의 생일입니다. 친구를 초대하는 카드를 써봅시다. So, saying, so let's pretend that tomorrow is your birthday and we have to write an invitation card for our friend. So if you look in the example, it says 초대장. That means invitation in Korean. Okay. So, also the piece of paper in the packet that you will be using is the paper that looks like the letter, which is this one. So once again, I told you how some people receive this one, some people receive the blue one. They're both the same. Don't freak out if you don't see this one or you don't see the blue one. It's the same thing. You just choose one. I mean, not choose one. You either have one or the other. So I just want you guys to use the one that looks like this. So this will be our invitation card. So we're writing a letter. So using this on the top, I want you to write, like if you see the screen, it says 초대장. You're gonna write 초대장 on top. And then you're gonna write your birthday. And then the next sentence would be 내 생일이에요. So blank blank은 내 생일이에요. For example, I'm using my birthday as an example again. My birthday is April 14th, so I'm gonna write 4월 14일은 내 생일이에요. And then the next line, it says 집에서 생일 파티를 할 거예요. Now I want you guys to write the same exact thing, but with your birthday, obviously. 우리 집에 오세요. Come to my house. And on the bottom, it says 언제. That means when. 언제. And then I'm going to write 이번 주. And then I want you guys to choose any day of the week. So that could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And on the bottom, it says time, 시. We always put 시 after we put the number. So let's say if I want my party to be from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'm going to write 1시 through 5시. Okay? In this case, you guys could just write the number. So 5시 through, 1시 through 5시. It doesn't matter, okay? And then below that, 어디에서, and then you're going to write your name, 의 집에서. So in this case, my name is 사랑, so I'm going to write 사랑의 집에서. And then on the bottom, I want you to sign your name in Korean. So you're going to write your name in Korean. Okay. Yep. So after you do this, that will be the end of today's lesson. And I think that was 30 minutes. It might have been more. I'm not sure. But yeah, that is today's lesson. And after you write your invitation, you could put it back in your folder. You guys can decorate it, make it nice, but I want you to have all the information down. So always, if I was going too fast, make sure to go, you can scroll back to the video, pause, listen again. And you can also write in your workbooks that we gave you. They're yours to keep. Don't be afraid to write notes in it, circle things. Make sure you put your name on it as well. So that is the end of today's lesson. Thank you guys for joining. And I know that it was our first time, but I hope we get used to this kind of learning. And it's a little weird for me too. I never done this before, so sorry if I like stutter or messed up. And yeah, it was nice teaching this lesson. It was very interesting. And I hope you guys use today's lesson in your everyday life when you talk. Now you know how to say the date and the month. So that is the end of today's lesson. I will see you guys next week.